시리 프리따지를 한마디로 한국인들에게 또 학생들에게 소개한다면 어떻게 소개해 주실지 말씀해 주십시오.
I would use two words. Technologist of consciousness. Is that what I would see myself as? Ability to go in depth into different regions of your brain, your mind, and your consciousness would be our strength. Ability to go in depth into the mind, body, and consciousness.
네, 원네스 무브먼트를 창립하게 된 계기와 현재 진행하는 사업에 대해, 인도에서 벌어지는 사업에 대해 간략하게 말씀해 주십시오.
I would say our own experiences in our consciousness, our own freedom, our own liberation, our own enlightenment experiences and enlightenment. For both Sri Krishnaji and me, we want to share it with the world. The vision for individuals would be to move away from conflict to peace, separation to connection, division to oneness. And we see when individuals can live in a state of calm, a state of connection, and a state of oneness, the impact of these individuals on the world would change the trajectory of the world itself. Right now we can say there is the destiny of this planet, the destiny of the individuals in the planet is in a forked destiny. That is, there is either a possibility of moving towards mass destruction with all the conflict, with all the division, with all the suffering and stress one is experiencing, because individuals together make up what is happening to the world. When huge swaths of individuals are living in destructive places and destructive states, it is going to impact the earth. The other side is the possible progress, the possible liberation, freedom, and a great destiny that we can see for this planet. The projects right now that is happening is, our vision is enlightenment. Our vision is to create an awakening in humanity's consciousness, and for which our vision is to create 81,000 enlightened beings who can live free of suffering, who can live free of conflict and division. And we see that when this happens, there would be a replication that can happen in humanity's consciousness itself. That is, if you have to look at how the evolution happened, initially there was just atmospheric gases, and it is just when something happened, then there was a DNA that got formed, and then the DNA that got replicated. So the world that we see today is a result of replication. Pretty similarly, if individuals can live free of suffering, free of stress, free of conflict, free of division, and can live in this profound state of consciousness, even if 81,000 people can live, there would be a replication of that state that would happen on humanity, resulting in humanity living in a very beautiful space in consciousness.
한국에는 명상 관련한 프로그램이 굉장히 많습니다. 그런데 이제 이 원네스 무브먼트가 다른 명상 단체나 어떤 프로그램보다 더 차별화된 장점이라면 뭐가 있을지 한번 이야기해 주십시오.
We actually lead people through an experience where meditation becomes a happening. Right now, I don't know what the meditations that are happening here, but meditations can be breath-based meditations. Meditations can be concentration-based, movement-based. But all these meditations have to direct towards a happening in consciousness, and that's what we do. It is just not meditations, it's just not end in it, but actually help individuals to get out of suffering, to get out of stress, to disentangle from it, and lead into a vaster space in consciousness where there is an incredible energy to soak in profound states of consciousness. And the disentanglement that happens from suffering when you move into vaster space of consciousness, that in turn becomes the light to make meditations very easy, very simple. And it becomes effortless to meditate. Our meditations are not offered to just give it's not a band-aid on a sore or a wound. It is like rooting out everything from within, so there is a spaciousness. That's what we do, just not in terms of meditation. There are so many other technological part or the mystical elements that are involved for the entire journey. But to begin with, meditation is incredibly easy. It is guided. It leads you into a particular station. It is not vague.
한국에서 진행하는 2024년 명상 워크숍 필드 오브 어웨이크닝에 대해서 간단하게 소개해 주십시오.
Field of awakening is leading individuals in the hall into a profound state of consciousness, where one soaks or immerses in bliss, a silence, a quiet. What it helps individuals in is to create a new life. Right now, life is more patterns repeating. Same suffering, same stress, same obstacles, same patterns. Situations can be different, but the nature of life itself is the same. If you really want to change your life, you need to open the doors into profound experiences in consciousness. And this field of awakening is directed towards landing these participants in a profound awakened state. Thereafter, awareness becomes easy, meditation becomes easy, disentanglement from suffering can be easy, and life itself becomes a very beautiful flow. That's what we lead them in the field of awakening.
주리 프리따지와 함께하는 깨어남의 장, 4일간의 당신의 삶을 변화시킬 단 하나의 깨달음의 장은 어떤 의미인지 말씀해 주십시오.
Awakening is to wake up. Awakening is to wake up from the deep-rooted slumber of suffering. People are living in anxiety. People are living in hurt and stress, which is always getting caught up in future possibilities, probabilities, or the past experiences. Awakening is to wake up from those two extremities of the past and the future, where the mind is constantly obsessing about, is to wake up from that into the realm of the present moment, into the now. That is to wake you up from your slumber, which you have got entangled in probably the largest part of your life, and to actually allow you to experience this moment.
한국이 OECD 국가 중에 자살률 1위입니다. 특히나 청소년들은 더 심각하고요. 그래서 자살 예방을 위해서 명상이 필요한 이유가 무엇인지 이야기해 주십시오. 그리고 또 명상이 정부 차원에서 정책 사업으로 지원 사업으로 어떻게 추진하면 좋을지 인도에서의 이야기를 해주셔도 좋고, 네, 그런 부분 이야기해 주십시오.
All over the world, there is this problem of alienation, loneliness, and that is the major cause of stress and anxiety. That is a major cause for suicides all over the world. The more the person lives in stress, more the person lives in anxiety. To make it easily understandable for you, every time one person moves into every time a person moves into a state of anxiety or stress, that person is building a wall around oneself. So that person is constantly living, feeling separate from others, is feeling lonely, is feeling meaninglessness. There is a meaninglessness, there is a boredom that one experiences. That is what a suffering state, that is what a stress can do to an individual. And the more a person does it and more the person feels separated, that is when one experiences a deep meaninglessness in life, a boredom in life, and resort to ending life itself in few cases. To nurture an individual's experience to a place of connection, to a place of calm, to a place of love, to a place of joy is incredibly important to avoid this tragic consequence that the world is seeing, also Korea is seeing. So as individuals, when a person immerses in meditation, experiences say calm, experiences say love, or experiences connection or joy, it is like dismantling the wall that one has built around, allowing the person to actually breathe and live life. That is how you should stop these suicides from happening. You can't come up with a band-aid because the wound is very deep. What needs to happen has to happen from inside out. To nurture the individual's consciousness, to nurture the individual's being is so important, so that we as a world together can avoid this from happening to our youth or anybody else for that matter.
한국 학교의 학생들은 인성교육 프로그램이라든가 아니면 학교 폭력 예방 프로그램, 또 심리 상담 프로그램 이렇게 다양한 프로그램들을 추진하고 진행하고 있습니다. 그런데 명상 프로그램은 아직 학교에 도입이 되지 않은 것 같은데 이 명상 프로그램을 도입하면 어떤 효과가 있는지 또 어떤 명상 프로그램들을 했을 때 학생들이 더 효과가 좋을지 이런 것들을 좀 설명해 주시면 감사하겠습니다.
See, school is a place which has to teach important skills for life. And the meditations that we offer from Oneness is all directed towards creating an incredible individual. An individual who's healthy in one's heart, healthy in one's mind, healthy in one's body. Stress as such accumulates in the body as stress chemicals floating, causing disease. Stress accumulates in the heart, leading individuals to actually stop that flowering of the heart, where one can experience love, one can experience connection. And all this in turn is creating the disease in the society. If you truly actually want to create beautiful individuals who can be beautiful individuals contributing to the society, to oneself, to one's family, there has to be like a practice that will nurture the heart, nurture a being, awaken a particular state in consciousness. All that is needed. And meditations, especially the one that we offer from Oneness, has that ability to create such an individual. Individual will be able to function from a place of clarity, from a place of intelligence, from no confusion, no conflict. A free individual is capable of responding to life with incredible intelligence. And that's what these meditations would help. A young child living in stress is destroying oneself, destroying one's ability to learn, one's ability to focus, one's ability to have clarity. All that, or even intelligence, all that is available for a child if one child begins to practice authentic meditation. And for children especially, it has to be guided. It has to be guided in terms of, say, like soul sync meditation. It is guided. The soul sync meditation leads from one step to another step to other step, another step, and every step of it is like a coherent flow that leads one to a place of calm or joy. So that kind of meditation is what children would need, and there will be an incredible flowering of intelligence, lot of energy, great vitality, because all that is lost in stress, all that is lost in tension.
인도나 다른 나라에서 이 원네스 무브먼트 명상을 지금 하고 있는지 그런 프로그램이 있는지가 궁금합니다.
Well, absolutely. We have children in India do these meditations on a regular basis, where it's got incorporated into their curriculum. We have a couple of young children doing it all over the world, in terms of a couple in US. So different pockets in the world have adopted these meditations for young children. Actually, it comes from a larger vision to create a very beautiful life for these children. It comes from a larger vision of creating a beautiful world with these children. And people who have realized it, people who have seen it impact positively, have taken it up, introduced in some kindergartens, introduced in schools, colleges, and they made meditation their part of their curriculum, part of their experiences that they're giving to children. Visionary leaders who have schools actually, who are part of the community, have brought in meditations to nurture a beautiful state for the children in school. It's happening in the US, every part of the world. Whoever has the ability and the capacity to reach out, they are doing it. Schools should not just be places of learning skills and learning knowledge. School has to extend one's vision beyond it. The vision has to be to nurture individuals emerging into be wonderful human beings. And there is no point if you are training your child to be in suffering and stress and anxiety and fear. Especially stress and tension is what I hear from the schools in Korea. But what you produce out of that stress and tension are not great individuals. We need to create individuals who can really contribute, who can create a positive impact in the world. And that is how meditations have to be. It's just not a feel-good portion. It is about feeling good every single day, leading up to becoming that individual who's a beautiful individual, who's contributing to the society. The question I would leave every educator is your method focusing on creating a person who is living in stress, wiring that individual for stress and more stress, and destroying that individual in every capacity? Or is your method, is your school, is the environment that you have created also helping the individuals live internally, being joyful, being fulfilled? Because if you create individuals who are joyful, who are fulfilled, those individuals will be very smart. They will be very intelligent. Because they have this energy source within them, which is not lost in stress, which is not lost in tension. So that's the question I would leave every educator. Is the environment that you're creating going to produce more stressed individual, or it is going to produce a happy individual, a joyful person?
마지막으로요. 이 신문들을 모든 학교, 유치원부터 모든 선생님들과 또 교육 관계된 교육청 관계 직원들이 볼 건데요. 마지막으로 해주실 말씀 있으시면 해주시면 좋겠습니다.
The meditations should become part of your learning environment. Your vision should be to create an individual who's not only skilled, who's not only hardworking, but also lives one life in beautiful states. So meditation, if it becomes part of your curriculum, if it becomes part of the environment that you have created for these children, beautiful state meditations will allow them to nurture those beautiful states. When that happens, anxiety does not eat you. Stress does not hurt you. When you have nurtured a beautiful state in a child, the child is incredibly powerful to overcome anxiety, to overcome stress, to actually face the challenges, to face what is required in a very beautiful light. And that is something that each and every one of you should absorb, the beautiful state meditations. And if you can make it part of the child's learning and make it part of child's immersing in those beautiful states again and again, you're creating a very beautiful child. So when the brain is in beta brainwave mode, it is not possible for the child to learn, because in that beta brainwave mode, the mind is constantly jumping. Ability to assimilate, ability to learn is very little. these beautiful state meditations also have the incredible potential to help the brain move from the beta brainwave mode to alpha brainwave mode. And when the brain moves into alpha, the child is able to absorb, is able to learn, is able to focus, is able to concentrate. All that becomes possible. Learning itself becomes effortless if you're able to change the way the brain mode. And these specific meditations allows the brain to move into alpha mode.
프리따지 모든 질문은 다 끝났고요. 전 정말 아이들 힐링을 위한 상담이란 심리 상담이라든가 힐링 프로그램을 계속 해오던 사람인데, 그래서 오랫동안 아이들이 행복하기를 정말 바라는, 그래서 명상을 학교에 도입하기를 정말 바라왔던 게 제 기도였는데, 그것이 이루어지도록 기도 좀 해주시기를 부탁드립니다.
Absolutely. I mean, Krishnaji's and my heart really goes out for all the children of the world. They are the future. And if we are able to kind of give them a right foundation, then the world will be a very different place by the time they grow up. So it is important, it is essential, and it is also the need of the day. So blessings for what you're doing. Namaste. Namaste. So wonderful seeing you.